Again, we're almost done. We're going into April. Food is coming up. BIPOC happy hour is Black, Indigenous, people of color. This is our wind down. We've worked, and now we're gonna talk crap. Hi, I'm Uncle Ray. I'm Brother Dennis, Brother Bobby. How y'all doing today?
You want to get smacked?
Apparently, I'm gonna need to get smacked.
Here, I'll smack
But
you.
if I was Chris Rock, I'm hood.
Oh.
We can do this and call the police on both of us.
So you mean to tell me you would have fought back?
I sure the hell would have.
Oh my
What I
God.
gotta lose?
Well,
I got the money to get out of jail.
oh my God.
Lights on.
I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
Well,
I thought it was fake.
I knew it was fake.
I did too when I first seen
Apparently
it
it was
until they
not
told
fake.
me it wasn't.
Huh?
I said I thought it was fake also until they told me it wasn't.
Who
There's
said?
a lot of people that are reporting on it. It's not
Right.
just everyday people.
Well, I slowed it down. His hand did not hit his face.
How do you know? I saw every angle. And it hit him.
Can I say one thing? If you go look at it, you know, like when you slow it down, I don't know what you call that thing. Dennis has it. Slow it down and see that his hand came really close, but he tilted his head before he even, really
Like he
hit.
knew it was coming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He
Thank
was in the
you,
stands.
Dennis,
He
thank
was
you.
already in the stands. You know he about to get busted.
Yes,
But nobody that's gonna smack you like Will Smith did. Chris Rock put his hand behind his back, just stood there.
Well, he wasn't expecting to get smacked.
Oh, come on.
come on now.
You automatically thinking this man for the walk.
I'm a man.
I ain't
I'm,
never been smacked like this, so
I mean, I have
I don't know. See, I don't know what that's like.
by my dad.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Listen,
see, I don't know if that's just gonna walk up and just slap me.
But Dennis right. He got into a stand before when he seen a Will. He didn't know if
What
Will
you
was gonna hit him or
supposed-
not.
what you
If it was
Well,
real.
we're not gonna go in that fighting stand. I'm just saying.
Oh, well.
I mean, on the cool, I still think they both should have got thrown out.
Why?
You know, there's gratuitous violence. We don't need all of this.
Oh my
Will-
He is this watch.
Will was violent. Chris Rock wasn't.
Sure wasn't.
When one black does something, all y'all asses gotta go.
So you
Oh my
lost your
God.
mind.
Yeah, oh my God.
I'm just trying to remind y'all.
Okay.
Will Smith should have been escorted out.
Right.
Chris Rock should have been baby.
Right.
Because everybody ran in Will Smith, not in Chris Rock.
I
Chris Rock
know.
was the one that was hurt.
Did you notice that?
Right, but they wouldn't. Chris Rock was
Because
hurt, but he wasn't
Will
hurt
Smith-
like his wife.
Because
You know
he
she
was-
got alopecia problems, and you want to talk about G.I. Jane.
She got a sex problem too, so who complains
Right.
about that?
Well, sex
What about
She got a
August?
who problem?
A sex problem.
What sex problem did she
What's the
have?
sex problem she got? Because she like it?
Because
We all like sex.
No, she had a
Because of
Entanglement.
alopecia.
Well, she had an
Sure.
entanglement that is called communication, an entanglement that they both agreed upon. I wish you black folks get off of that. They agreed to it. Mind your business. They agreed to it. If he ain't crying about it, why are you on?
because
It's because it's not.
It's-
Mind your business. She didn't. She said they said
They didn't
it
talk
was
about
between
that.
them
That's-
two.
it's a-
I only
it's
just hear one person at a time.
They
Well,
said
that's-
it's between them
wasn't
two.
on Oscars.
They have an open relationship. That's what
I'm not
communication is in a relationship. You talk to each other. They have an open relationship. So that means she can go screw whoever she wants and vice versa for him. You understand? And
I
they
was not-
understand that.
Well, I was not, excuse me, I was not talking about the sex capacity. I'm saying personally that she has a sex addiction too.
and she said she do.
Right.
Thank you.
I don't know
A
what
sex
that-
addiction to what?
Dick.
Dick.
I
She
mean,
love
don't you?
it. And probably a few other things.
But
I ain't married.
shit.
But that's correct. They're
But
married.
I
They
love her
understand that.
husband.
Then why they gonna bring Chris Rock into their relationship and smack him? He
Right.
ain't gonna do with that.
So did
Who brought
Talking
him
about
into
her
the relationship?
alopecia.
smack him in the bedroom.
Who brought him to the relationship? He should have
They
minded.
did.
He should have respected his friend and probably wouldn't have said what he said out of his mouth. It doesn't. I don't condone him getting slapped. But
Because Canada did the talk shows about her hair and all that.
But he's a
That's in the
comedian.
conversation.
He's a comedian. That's what he
That don't
does.
Stop it from hurting.
Well, she should bring her bald head ass up there.
Yes, you should.
Shit.
Come
But
on
what about
now. Come on now.
what was that saying?
I'm just saying. Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's so hard on him.
I'm
Right,
sorry.
I'm so hard on her. She looked cute.
No, she's
She's
beautiful.
the most beautiful black woman.
No, okay. Let me get it right. She's
But
beautiful.
G.I. Jane wasn't a bad looking girl
She
either.
showed what?
That was Demi Moore, and she was
Because
pretty in
women
that.
don't need her.
She was pretty hot as G.I. Jane. But the point is,
Or alopecia.
man didn't deserve to get slapped.
I agree. That was wrong, whether it's real or fake.
Right.
And he should have
Some
been
stones may
escorted
break
out.
my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Shit, yes they will. They cut worse than a dagger. I can heal from that dagger
I'm
woman. I
sorry.
can
The
heal
only
from
time
the
I put
word.
my hands on somebody is if they call me a nigga and they spit on me.
That's different.
They
I like how
hit
you.
me, I'm gonna hit them back.
I
But
like how
like,
you
I'm not
word
gonna
that.
go up and slap nobody. That's just
Yeah.
you just don't. That's rude.
I like how you word that, Ray, because
What?
my thing is a worker is better than a locking. I can beat your ass. You can heal from those wounds.
Yes.
But my words, I can cut you so many ways to make you think about it all the way from 1900 to
Until you
2000
dead.
and whatever.
If you only if you have
understand
a
what I'm
heart.
saying? So I always say that I don't have to hit you physically,
Right.
but I can have
Words
some
cut.
words for you that will make you feel like I stabbed you.
Right. Words that
But
knock
see,
the
that's
breath
not
out
for-
of you.
But that's not for everyone.
Well, it's not for
That's not
anybody.
containing to everyone because
Maybe he should go hang with the housewives. They can teach him how to read.
who
How you
me?
doing?
Right. But here's the
I'm
one
ready to beat all them bitches ass. But
No, I'm talking about Will. He could have read them. He could have read Chris Rock for filth or something. You know.
No,
read,
but-
men don't
But
read
what did Chris Rock say that was bad?
yeah, he just said I didn't
outside of dogging his woman.
Wait. Right before Chris Rock said something,
hear
the girl told him, come up on stage. You can cheat with us. Jada said it's okay.
right.
It was protecting
Why they
his
gonna smack
woman.
her ass?
Right. I would have.
Because that's his woman and she was looking fabulous.
Well, she should have got respect in it. Her ass. What was said about her husband?
Don't
Right.
Jada wouldn't, because Jada will slap.
I know she's gangster. I
She
know
gangster,
she's. I
she'll
sit there and
smack
said
her.
it all. I know she's gangster.
And Will made me hot that night.
Ooh, well,
Mhm.
So y'all sanction violence.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she hit
No,
that
I
boy.
don't
I
condone
love-
violence. I'm saying in general. I mean,
It was wrong, but I sure did go get my fan.
I have a
Oh my
lot of
God.
respect for
I was having a
Jada.
hot
You
flash.
saw he walked the bow-legged. Oh my God.
I have a
Yeah.
lot of respect for Jada. You know, Jada did a whole lot, especially for her family, that no one here in the tabloids ever since they've been out. You know, understand? She literally
Wow.
quit. She literally stopped her career to make sure her family was correct. You know, that's
Oh,
a strong
It's
woman.
a lot of moms
It's
done that,
also
Bobby.
to
I'm
make
giving her
sure-
credit.
Say
They
that again.
all deserve credit for that shit.
They
They
all
all
How do I
deserve credit
deserve credit?
for taking their careers and putting it to the side to take care
I didn't
of
go to
raising
school.
their children.
And make sure
and
they
make sure
okay.
her
Yeah.
husband and watch her husband grow. You know what I mean? She worried about
He
her
left
whole
her.
family. Jada was doing good in her career.
Okay.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
She wasn't no punk.
She was
She
like
still is.
Jennifer Fox. She was
She
a
was in the
prominent black woman.
Matrix.
She did everything.
Peaches is always gonna be the smell.
Miss P.
Well, she was in the Matrix too.
Miss P, you better come get that white wilder.
She did do the Matrix.
Yeah, she did.
So she paid, then she's one of the set up
She's
girls.
Black actress.
She did Set It Off. She did The Clumps. She did a
all
lot
of
of
it.
stuff.
Don't get
She's
me.
an
She did The
A-lister.
Professor. She did a lot of
Lyric.
stuff.
Jada adds to the
Jason
table.
Lyric.
You don't take away.
But
Jason
can I say
Lyric.
one thing? Can I say one thing? Okay, we talking about someone that's already that established. What can we do? How can we uplift the ones the up and coming Jadas that don't get no recognition? Like Shauna. Shauna do plenty of things for her family. You know what I'm saying? So how come we can't put her
You're
out
talking
there?
about Jada because she stopped her career to make sure her family was fine. Now her family's
But
grown. She's
I
able
didn't go
get
to
back
school.
do what
She
do.
ain't stopped nothing.
I didn't go to school to take care of my kids. I didn't know how to read, so I went to the
But
penitentiary.
her
So,
career path
do I get an award?
took her differently than took yours.
Oh, I'm saying I want an award.
But she can afford to
Then
take
maybe
off
you
because she got
can
enough
have
money.
your husband go slap Chris Rock.
Hell, yeah.
Well, you couldn't get in the
And
Oscars.
see if that'll do anything.
A common person couldn't get in the Oscars. It costs too
Don't hit
much.
on somebody.
I'm not
award?
hating on her. I'm just
You
saying.
said you stopped. Hold on. You said you stopped school to make sure you take care of your family.
No,
To make
I
sure your
didn't go
family-
to school to take care of 2 kids at the age of 13. I didn't know how to read or write until I went to the penitentiary for my kids at the age of 18.
And how old is your kids now?
They 30, what? I think they're 34, 35.
Did they reward you of anything? Are they taking care of you of anything? They should
Hell
be
no.
rewarded. Well, you need to get on with them because you stop your life for them.
No,
You
it's not
understand?
about that. I mean,
That-
of course they're gonna respect me or I'm gonna put my foot in their ass, but I'm just saying, how come nobody give me an award? How come nobody give the other mothers that's the single mothers, black predominant, single mothers that's trying to get it? How come they don't get no award?
If their children don't give them any,
We ain't talking about the damn kids.
who's gonna give you an award? You want to take care of your kids?
Shit. I'm talking about society,
For
period.
what?
Oh my
Take
God.
Well, Andrew Yang, the guy that ran for president, that's what he was talking about with the universal basic income, with everybody getting that $1,000 per person per month.
Mhm.
That would compensate those mothers that are at home taking care of their children. I mean, yes, there's a larger conversation about the value of, stay-at-home moms and why they don't get compensated.
Right.
A larger discussion that is a little stretch from like what happened with why this man went up on the stage and slapped this other man.
Big stretch.
Huh. Thank you for well put,
But
Sean.
don't forget about the dads too. You gotta stay at home dads. And
All
moms.
stay-at-home parents, right, Bobby? Thank you.
Oh, just stay-at-home parents. Still, the smack, I don't understand that.
I thought it was fake.
I agree.
Well raised.
I don't understand. I don't condone violence, but I'm glad he protects a black woman. You understand? Regardless, like Tiffany Haddish said, she walked up to Jada Pinkett and told her she better go suck his dick from the back. Because she appreciates a black man taking care, protecting his wife. She said, as a black woman, as a black woman, she's been in many relationships. She was not protected by her black mates.
Keep your life off the streets.
She said she appreciates that.
Talking about her life.
Because it was Will Smith, they didn't arrest him.
Right.
If you gonna get arrested, and how is that helping me if your ass sitting up in jail? Now I got to find money to bail your ass out.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? How is that helping me? Because that's where you finna end up.
Because you taking the money out. The money I'm paying for you for bail, that could go on the kids some shoes or something.
Exactly.
Will Smith, they're not worried about money.
We talking about principle. We talking about principle here.
I mean, what I'm saying is, like, if it's some dudes out here acting stupid, don't you go out there and act stupid with them.
Right.
Why? Because I want to go home. I done been at the club, I done been drinking, and I'm ready to go home. And, handle our business. You won't get to do that if you go over there and try to be macho man, and all 5 of them jump on your ass, and you either in the hospital or in the damn jail.
Or dead. Because he be dead, right?
I said it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the situation. I understand what you're saying coming from.
There was no physical violent harm coming toward her.
Right.
There was no physical danger coming toward her.
Toxic masculinity does not need a physical threat. Toxic masculinity. That's exactly what that was.
I would have busted this motherfucking head with something with that mic.
But what other person would he have, if there wasn't Chris Rock, if someone else on stage, would he hit them too?
If
What
it
do you
was
have
two
I
white
love
men,
Yeah, I
if
wonder
it
about
was
that.
two white men, we would be talking about it today.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Boy, he got arrested.
Who?
Will
The person
Smith.
He didn't go to jail.
Exactly.
But we don't know what they would do. They would come back and press charges on him. Do you know how this is
They are
done?
saying their prayers to church.
He was even carried out by
He can get
security.
charged with a misdemeanor. You know what I mean? He can get, it's a misdemeanor offense. He can get charged for that because it was naturally done. It was proven. They can still come out and say you charged. It was just what 3-4 days ago. You feel what I'm
So-
Yeah,
saying?
they're on.
And this
So
does
what
that
happened?
domestic violence and the domestic abuse cases. Sometimes when the woman doesn't want to press charges, the state picks up
Automatically.
Well, all the time.
and presses charges. All the time.
All the time
Right.
over here.
That's what I'm saying. The state may come in and say A, B, C, or D. We don't know what happened. But
Plus, the
question
academy
is,
wants to charge.
but what I'm trying to figure out, if it was two different complexion of people, will we still be talking about it?
No, because they be in
Why?
jail.
Because it's a fight.
The aggressor will be in jail.
No, if they was white, they wouldn't go to jail.
I don't.
Like Will Smith.
No, if Will Smith would smack the white man up there, they would have
That's
wrestled his
the
ass
question I
down.
was saying.
You would've got
No,
it.
I said it was if it was.
But I mean,
two
what if it
white
was The
people.
Rock that was up there? He's trying to smack The Rock. Would he do that? Come on now.
You didn't
Why
ask. Y'all going toe off of what I'm saying. If it was two white men up there, will we still be talking about it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it depends on how hard the white man smacked him.
And who it was.
Right.
Because we talked about what was that that tea for a while after the brother got smacked with that tea.
Who got say with the T?
The tea can.
Who?
And plus, it was just so out of character for him.
It
Yeah,
was
it
totally
was.
out of character.
You know.
Masculine, toxic,
Out of character for Will?
masculinity.
Yeah, that was our character for him.
Yeah,
don't
he
have to hurt Will.
needs to go back to therapy so he can continue to learn to identify what his triggers are and some more tools to help him handle those situations for when he gets triggered. That's what therapy helped me with.
Mhm.
And that's what the
And
purpose.
Will is who?
I think
And
like
then
one of the
when Will
reasons
asked
people
off his
should
phone.
go to therapy.
But did you say he said something about that in his book?
He just wrote a book, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he said
Oh,
something
He
about.
did.
But Chris Rock ticket sales went up 1,000%.
I mean, it's about time because no one else was going to see him.
Oh, hell no.
Now it's sold out.
You know,
Right.
I sure wasn't. I don't like Chris Rock, to be
I
honest
do.
with you.
He fine.
So he should have got the beat down.
No.
Yeah,
Nobody
you don't
deserves
talk
to get
about
beat
people's
down.
wives.
Huh?
I don't think you should be talking about people's wives. And if y'all watch the clip, Will was kind of laughing along with it till he looked at his wife. And his
Yes.
wife was
Fake,
not
yeah.
happy.
He
And he had to get up and defend her. That's what
Yeah.
that was about.
Would we be talking about this if he didn't do anything? Knowing how it offended her?
No, 6.9 million
Probably
people.
because we'd be sitting here talking about how,
He was
Chris
wrong.
punked on his wife and he didn't do shit about it.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You're right. That masculinity.
But it would have been 10 million people talking about it. Shit went the way it went now. That smack
And
was
if he,
infinite.
Yes.
and if he didn't condone winter violence, he said it in his speech. They would have said, "Oh, you took this time to talk about this on this momentous occasion about Serena and their family." You feel what I'm saying? Regardless if he did it or he didn't, he still would have been ridiculed.
Wanda Sykes said she wanted an apology. She said she worked hard, her and the other two hosts, and they didn't get their accolades because they were put out because of Will Smith action.
But I don't understand what's wrong with a comeback. I mean, like, he could have, he's a comedian too. Like, I mean, fuck. Talk about Pookie. I mean, I don't know, but like, there's so much shit I'm sure you can crack on Chris Rock about. I mean,
Right.
good.
Because Chris made
He could've
a
fixed
crackhead.
something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but
Masculine,
It
toxic
didn't-
masculinity.
He just got that teeth fixed.
can't
After
go
all
and
these
like
years.
get
Hell
slapped.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, you just can't be hitting people like that.
Especially
No, you
Who
can't
do
hit
that?
nobody.
at a public
I agree
event.
with you, Sina. He could have found a whole bunch of other creative ways
To respond, yeah.
say,
Agree.
like,
Would we be
man,
talking
it's
about
not
this if
cool.
it happened?
No, but how profound would that have been if Will would have just went up there and snatched the mic and said, "Y'all, we have to quit disrespecting our black women," and dropped the mic and
Thank
walked
you.
off the fucking stage.
Thank you. Thank you. We would have been talking about that.
Joe would have.
Agreed.
I mean,
Now,
it's
I don't condone what
No.
he did.
knowing your triggers and knowing how to respond versus reacting.
Yes.
True.
Agreed.
And now we see that Will Smith is human too.
He hood just like the rest of them.
He's
So,
not as
and he
perfect.
cusses because he
He's
ain't
not
cussed all his life. None of his
He's not
songs.
as perfect as most people try to see him as to be. Him and his family, they imperfect too, you know. And they said that they went through that, and I hope they get well soon. I need a new
But
movie.
let's also don't forget that Hollywood is known, and we have bought into it before, about these kinds of things that hype up things like tours, new book releases, new shows. Jada, Will, and Chris all got shit that they bring into the market right now.
True.
So you create a scandal, and that makes the ticket sales go up.
Oh, so that's why his ticket sold, because you know, usually no one want to go see him.
But Bobby, they were $46 the day before. Once he got smacked on the internet, they jumped up to 300. Then the next day they were at 400. That was $412 for a damn ticket.
And it's sold out.
Yeah.
They are sold out.
He won't get my money because he still ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's my opinion.
I
He's
like
not
some of
one
his
of my
documentaries he's done. He did a couple of documentaries. It's really good. I have nothing negative to say to him.
But he wasn't in there being him. He wasn't acting. Every movie that you see of Chris Rock, you see Chris Rock. You don't see the character. It's Chris Rock.
So he a crackhead?
Don't he look like one?
Stop.
He played.
Always gonna be Pookie. Always gonna be Pookie.
Yep. And that little one from CB4.
Yeah.
But you don't look at Samuel Jackson that same way.
Janet Jackson.
Samuel Jackson, he been a crackhead too.
Sam done been everything.
Correct.
He done been president and everything.
Yeah, but
Now,
people
I
don't
do
really just
like-
remember him for a crackhead. People remember him for Pulp Fiction and all kind of other stuff.
Yes, president.
But I do like
Hell,
him
the
when
insurance
he,
man.
When he turned into the white old man, I do like that movie. I'm never stop lying. I do like that movie when he was he got hit by a car or something, and he was resurrected, and they put him into.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie. He was a white man.
Yeah, I do like that.
I like that movie too. That was a good one.
You know, he had some good treasures, but it's very slim in my book. You know.
I have to agree with you, Bobby.
Mine was like Martin and Will and not Chris Rock, but what was the other dude name? He played in Rush Hour. Was it Rush Hour?
Chris Tucker.
Oh, Chris
Yeah,
Tucker.
Chris Tucker. I love Chris Tucker. Yeah.
But I have to agree with you, Bobby. Will just showed that he is a human. Just like everyone else, he's human regardless. We make mistakes. We're gonna die making mistakes. It's just up to him to overcome this, which I'm sure he will.
But why does he get to not suffer consequences for his mistake when you got folks sitting up in jail who did the same thing? They may have blacked out. You know what I'm saying? And they done assaulted somebody or done accidentally killed somebody. Now they sitting in jail.
I think they're gonna take
will suffer. I think it will affect him in his pocketbook because, like everybody said, it's not kind of with his character to show out like that. And so I think that will make it really hard for him to get contracts and other things outside of the industries that he's built. Don't nobody want to work with a high head, really, for real.
Really? Because they all stood up.
Right.
I mean, they gave him a standing ovation when he got his award.
All the stuff traditionally you wouldn't have gotten if you did what you did.
Like it didn't seem like
same night
they were stepping away. I don't know.
But you know, the award
Maybe
was.
they thought about it.
I
But
don't think
he hit another black person. So what?
I think the award. We got to look at the award. The award is about the family, the life of the Williams sister. I don't know if they was trying to put it together. I wouldn't put it together as Will and the Williams sister because the movie was good. The movie was fucking awesome. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that was because that was the only award that movie got. Correct?
Well, I
I
mean, it
didn't
was.
watch.
I don't know, but Venus and Serena didn't look like, they looked
weren't
freaked
happy.
out.
Oh,
No, I
after
think
about the
that
fight.
they looked like, a little freaked out.
Everybody
It
was.
wasn't. That's not Will,
Like they was
but
shocked.
it was human. He was human.
Whatever.
Yeah, and
set
he
up
was
as a human.
there representing their father in his
Yeah.
role. So
Yeah.
I could see why they would look a little shocked. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, but he wasn't meant to come get it done.
Or
Yeah.
concerned. They might have been concerned because they done got close to this man, and now he's showing something out of his character they never seen before. I think that was the most what everybody, including Denzel, because they get, as you can see in movies, I mean in pictures and different things, Denzel and Medea and all of them came up to him, to console him. But
Not to do
because
that.
that's out of his character. Now, should he get reprimanded for what he did? Of course, we all should, reap what we sow. You feel what I'm saying? Either it's in his pockets, like Rock said, or they take the award away. I think they're gonna take the award away from him. You know what I mean?
I doubt
I
that.
doubt that.
Harvey Weinstein and the rest of those fools still got theirs.
They're white.
I doubt that. Yeah.
Well, you can't. Well, I mean, they can do something else discipline, but I don't know about taking that.
No,
Yeah, I agree, Dennis. If they ain't going to take Harvey's away, they shouldn't be taking nobody's because there's
Nobody.
some dirty,
Like you
dirty
said,
motherfuckers
right.
who still got to keep days.
And like you said, it was a great performance, and so he did deserve the award, and so he should deserve to keep it. But you still can't do that.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe Jada will bring him to the red table, and they can talk the shit out.
I bet they do.
That's where we got the entanglement.
But still, they can still go to the red table.
This will never happen
It
in
could
order for
also
that.
be why he reacted. Maybe Jada has called him out for not defending her in the past. Because I don't know what y'all saw, but I saw a brother look at his wife and her
They didn't
give
turn
him
up.
a nod, like,
Yeah.
you gonna do something about that motherfucker?
Right.
Right.
She wasn't happy.
Right. Because she was laughing at the joke beforehand, and then she heard that joke, and it clicked in her mind what he said.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? And she did look like, really? You just gonna
said
sit
it to
there?
me?
No,
Right, so
she
he
looked
was
at Will.
obligated to get up.
She looked at Will. Really? You just gonna sit there and let him do that? You know how a woman has every husband has, every wife has an expression that a man knows. You feel what I'm saying? You deal with it now, or you gonna deal with it at home. And you feel
Well, we
me?
can't
So,
just say every
I'm
woman
just
anymore.
saying,
'Cause I
she
would
would
love my spouse
probably.
to defend me.
I'm just saying she would probably look hot as G.I. Jane and G.I. Jane too. I'm just
I
saying.
think she's beautiful.
Yes.
She doesn't need any hair.
Like G.I. Jane was a pretty bad bitch.
And she was
I
sexy.
mean, maybe she'll get a movie deal.
Okay, come on now.
Sigourney Weaver.
Lemon to lemonades, man.
But she was in the Matrix, so she could do a G.I. Jane.
And
but
they'd have
they
been balling for
also
quite some
G.I.
time.
Jane can go many ways because G.I. Jane was cheated on his wife, on her husband. She had infidelity in the movie also. So we don't know which way he was coming towards her in reference to G.I. Jane.
He
Either
did
it was
say
her
the
hair-
bald head.
Yeah,
I-
it was
we
strictly
don't know.
bald
Did
head.
he say that?
Yes.
I mean, what he said,
Well, he
Jada,
said
I
it's a
love
good
you,
look.
but we're gonna say this. But I'm waiting on G.I. Jane to come out here.
You got to be the next G.I. Jane with the hairdo. And that was
That's what
alopecia.
it was.
The alopecia came in.
Bald-headed and what is called an adulterer, right? That's what she should be. That's what G.I. Jane.
But the Wakanda girls have bald heads. What's the difference?
The who?
The Wakanda girls. They all had shaved heads.
But Jada ain't had long
what,
hair since
did
she
they
been
did
out.
they go? Was they married and going screwing outside of their marriage?
I don't know what all of them were doing, but I'm just saying in
What
general.
But
that
I'm saying, did you see that in the
do
movie?
with anything?
Where is it screwing outside her mouth?
Right, she wasn't doing that. They have an
Right.
open relationship. You just said they communicated.
Right. They have a
The
relationship.
And
engaged
we'll know about August.
people.
Right. I'm sure they didn't
We
share
know
now.
that, but I'm just saying that's
The
what the
whole
movie.
world
That's
knows
what
that, Bobby. They had
hold
an
on.
entanglement.
We talking about is no entanglement.
Jada
I'm
and Will called it an entanglement on the red table.
They've spoken about it out loud.
They both laughed about the entanglement at the red table. They need to start bringing their business to the street, then we won't know about this shit. I can't help they bring it up and then we be commenting about it.
Unfortunately, they wasn't the one they put their business in the street. It was the person that didn't know how to keep their mouth closed. So I hope
Who was
next
that?
time
Right.
they get. I hope.
Who
I
was
hope
that?
next time. I hope next
Yes.
time they made them sign an NDA form. You understand?
Oh, Bobby, you're
So,
so mean.
oh, you
What
motherfucking
you
right. I'm
talking
just
You want a
about?
like
non-disclosure. I'm like, oh my
Candy
God.
Barris. I'm like
You
Candy
better not
Barris.
say nothing.
I'm like Candy Barris. She said if she's when they do, they should give them a non-disclosure form and they have fun. So when they done, they cannot speak about it.
August fell in love, unless he didn't mean to tell him about it. He was just saying, girl, it was so good. And then you cut me off.
You should
Why you
have
do
them
that?
papers. Same way you have a prenup on hand, you should have an NDA on hand.
Wow. You've been married too long.
Yeah, that's
You
a
know,
lot
they
going on.
famous, they can lose. Look what happened to Will. You feel what I'm saying? They can lose their mind. They can go slap motherfuckers. They lose money. They lose sponsorships. It hurts them. So NDA, I think it will work.
Will Smith ain't gonna be hurt by this, by not in the least, not by money's sake. I mean, all of his whole family bringing in money. He don't need none of this. I mean, he can right now with what he did for the Independence Day, he can live the rest of his life. The
Like
rest
I
is
believe
But
a lot of
doesn't
people.
You can live off Venus.
I believe a lot of people in the Hollywood scene is into homosexuality and doing more
oh
than
my.
Will and them
Where are we
doing.
going now?
Will has always
More
been
than-
done with sexuality. His first
But
movie
but you
was done
don't
with
hear about it.
homosexuality.
You don't hear about it because they do NDAs.
They do hear about the movie he did, the 6 Degrees Separation. He was gay in that movie with his
Ooh.
legs in the air.
No, I wasn't talking about him. I'm just saying in general, not just Will.
But Jada Pinkett said how she was back in the day fucking everything that moved, women and men.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is nothing new with them. I mean, it's always been suspected that Will Smith get down, whenever he have a chance.
I never said he did, but that's great.
Yeah, because I want to do about the 6 Degrees Separation. I said, "Ooh, you a bottom too?"
There you go.
You know it.
Yeah, let me stop. I don't know this man. But I'm just saying, in 6 Degrees Separation, I mean, even his speech about, being gay was he did a good job, even though he was acting in that movie portraying that character. So, I mean, I think you know what he's doing.
actor.
Yes.
We know that. Yes, he's a great actor.
That's why the smack was an act too.
That was Mike Lowe.
I love the fact they did that because this has made overnight sensation, the biggest Oscars. And after it was over, they had 10 million people tune in to see the smack over and over again.
But not only that,
watching a long time.
not only that, it was the best Oscars ever because it was seasoned. You had Beyonce up there doing her thing. You had what's his name? The kid's favorite man.
Well, you know why they did that? They had a black promoter this year to
Burn
actually do do the
Bruno.
Oscars, so they got more black talent this year.
Yes, it was seasoned. It wasn't salt and pepper. It was seasoned.
Even the Bruno song was remixed. Megan came out in this yellow, looking gorgeous as hell. If y'all didn't see,
Really?
we
I didn't watch
Seasoned.
it.
see. We don't talk about Bruno. Y'all
What
need to
is
go watch
that?
the live performance of it
What
because
is
it
we
was
don't talk
dope.
about Bruno?
No, are you
Seasoned.
serious? Encanto? No.
Is that a
Oh
movie?
my gosh! So it's this bomb Disney movie. You gotta watch it.
Oh,
So
we
good.
don't talk about
Oh,
Bruno.
I seen it,
It's a
Conto.
Disney movie.
I seen it in the movies. It's real nice.
I was like, what is that?
You got,
But,
I have a kid too, you know.
I'm
Okay.
just
oh,
glad that I put mine to sleep right after Bruno performance because he needs to see that other stuff.
you don't want the smack.
No, you preserve their innocence. My child don't know. It, he was slapped.
I like that. To preserve the
My kid
innocence.
don't know no song, no rap song. You know what was sad is during this pandemic, and I was watching TikTok and every other social media. A lot of young kids knew the WAP song. A lot of young kids, you know what I'm saying, and they want to blame it on school and different things like that. And them kids was not in school, and that mean they was learning that from their parents, and that
True.
was sad, huh?
Well, a lot of it, you give them an iPad or a phone, they can go to it.
I
I
give my
found
son an iPad, and my son had got access to all of that. He has access to everything, cable and everything. But I control that, where he can go to,
what
what he sees, and what he does. He gets on YouTube. You sure do. But it's
back
like
in the day.
YouTube
I
for
remember
kids.
when I found out later on that there were porno popping up on some of these websites that my kid was watching. And I didn't even know, even though I had the child block thing going. So I don't
Mm,
know. Sometimes that stuff, escapes him some kind of way.
no excuse. Steiner, your child know the WAP song?
I don't think so. I'm sure he heard it because I have played it, but it's not one that he sings. He likes Kids Bop. Whatever they're singing, he's singing.
Right.
Mhm.
That's his radio, Kids About Kids. That's what he on. But I'm like, really? And I asked him, my son was sitting there was over to my house, and everyone was asking their child what was their favorite song. And they was giving out rap songs and everything. I said, my son gonna say, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. When he asked, that's what it was his favorite song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. He don't know nothing about that stuff.
This world, ooh,
Then I
Bobby.
go ask the kids all math questions. They couldn't answer it, but I asked him. He answered it and knew how to spell whatever word I gave him. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay, now I see. It depends on the parent and what they doing. It's not the teachers. It's when
He's never
it's the
been.
kid, huh?
He's never been to teachers.
Yeah, it's at home.
I don't think it's necessarily at home either. I had this argument already with some last night. I was at the hockey game. We had the same kind of conversation. I don't feel, when people talk about the schools and the teachers don't get paid this, the administrators and all the other stuff that goes along with this process, people don't take it serious. People pay taxes in other places to get their kids educated right. We don't do the same thing in the city.
Right.
I think
I
that
consider everyone should get paid. Like DC get paid damn near $80,000 to $100,000 per year for a teacher to be a teacher. I think a teacher should have some salary like that because they taking care of our child. You know what I mean? They are putting them in their safety. Like I love my school. My kid go to.
most people do like their community, but the school system is built on more than just teachers. We need to figure out how do we, parents, administrators, superintendents, all the rest of the people get involved on how that money is spent and make it better for everybody, not just a few.
Right.
Can I ask a quick question along that school thing? We got gay kids reading thousands of books every year about straight characters and still turn them gay. But now we got people worried about if you see two gay dad penguins, they think the kid is gonna be gay. What is this on in this Florida? Don't say gay. Don't tell kids about their sexuality. What is going on?
You said they seen two gay penguins.
If you see two gay penguins, now the kid is gonna be gay. Can't read about a gay penguin.
Because the penguins was black.
But they're black and white. Yeah, they're black and they can't get out of that.
I thought penguins was white, but they wore a black tuxedo.
They wear tuxedo, black jacket and a white body.
Right, so they white. You can't have two white gay penguins.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but this don't say gay and don't talk about sexuality
But
and
to say don't say gay, you gotta say gay.
exactly.
Well, they got
what are you talking about?
a white person on the books too. So I mean, what's the difference?
I think it's all about homophobia and transphobia.
Totally,
I mean, you know, it's why they spent how much time talking to our new Supreme Court justice to define the word woman. Like, this chick doesn't know what a woman is. What the fuck? Like, that was strictly about transphobia. And I think, you know, especially since tomorrow is Trans Day of Visibility, I think that the realness is that all that stuff is about homophobia. 100%. Straight up. They afraid of brown, brilliant queers because we have been responsible for every social justice movement we've ever seen. And that's scary.
Yes. They can't handle it. And now they want to just say everything bad about them, make bills up, discriminate, can't play sports, can't do this.
That was crazy. I mean, I don't understand that, but
Texas passed it.
I know, but
and it just makes it dumb.
What was the reason?
Because they're
I know that because they're gay, but I'm saying.
That's the reason.
So these are the people who oppose the Republicans who oppose Ms. Jackson. Look at this list.
Oppose Ms. Jackson.
Yes.
Every one of them oppose except
she'll probably get.
But these are the ones.
But I'm glad that Susan Collins, she's one Republican.
The one Republican, Susan Collins, is supportive of Ms.
You
Jackson.
could move her on some issues.
They've all voted. A majority of those Republicans already voted her for the federal position. They just don't want a black woman.
Now these are ones who haven't said. I can't believe that some Democrats are still haven't weighed in on this.
You can't believe who?
Well, Dennis, I think you talked about that earlier, right? Because everything's connected, and those Democrats want police officers, look at the states that they're in, to be on their side and for them to be able to like respond and make them safe. And they spent so much time talking to her about gender and so much time talking to her about the fact that they identified that she's light on crime. So then you put somebody in the justice seat who is not going to tolerate racism, white supremacy, or gender phobia. How are they going to make America work? It's going to be nobody in jail. They can't do it then. So they don't want her.
Well, she definitely doesn't see tough on crime and the way they see it. She's got to be, you got to get those people of color and get them and make sure they know.
But it's crazy to have every Republican say no, and they can find these 4 or 5 Democrats who can't figure out their asthma on the ground.
Yes.
And
But they
once we
all
get
come
Why
the
they
together.
can't pass shit but the goddamn daylight savings bill?
Which is
Bullshit.
crazy, right?
Exactly why they can't pass the George Floyd Policing Act, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act
All
stuff.
that.
That's why they can't pass none of this shit, because this split shit, based on
so
their damn parties who don't give a fuck about none of us.
Party line, straight party line. I don't. It's just crazy.
Black, poor white people, they don't give a fuck about us. They sitting up here representing these fucking corporations and bullshit. Man.
You are correct.
vote for China.
But some of these Caucasians
China for president.
who don't have anything go along with us. I know one guy who had no teeth. He had health problems. He had diabetes and didn't want to use Obamacare. That kind of stuff just disturbs me. Like, why don't you go to the doctor? I ain't using that. I die first.
Got the old Obama now.
Right.
Because that's the racism of it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, that's the racism of it all because it's made from a black man. But it doesn't matter. You use a door stopper. You use, if you get in trouble, they drop gas right now, you're going to use a gas mask. You use an ironing board. You use a lot of shit that black people made. You understand?
Okay, they drive, don't they? All them stop signs they go through.
They go through the side, they talk on a cell phone. You know what I mean? I mean, we made
but they're the biggest open heart patients too.
Man, they need to get with it. Shit, they touched their doorknob. Shit, we may invented the wheel. We don't know. Shit.
We know we did. They just took credit.
We know we did.
Because I don't care what anybody say, the biggest invention of all time and was peanut butter and jelly. I don't care what anybody say.
Potato chips. Fuck that.
Right.
Peanut butter was the biggest thing. And when it met jelly, it was over.
You remember that song, Peanut Butter and Jelly?
So I don't care what anybody say. What's made peanut butter?
We made America. What the fuck? You understand?
I think that should be our thing.
I
should have a t-shirt that said, "We made the wheel too." Now.
Yeah.
We taking credit. I don't care what y'all say. What's name said that they didn't create the wheel. It wasn't a good idea. So I don't know.
We didn't create what?
Huh?
Say it again.
I said I don't understand why they say that they invent anything, because most stuff was done by us and they just took credit for it. Everything that ever happened. We were doing even.
Did you know Earth was invaded by aliens?
Weird.
Which ones?
Oh, you knew that, right?
Well, I thought I was just sending them an alien because there's some things I know that everybody don't know. Mutants.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Ninja Turtles.
Really?
No, just mutants. They mutations. When something
and they landed right at the Caucasoid Mountains.
In the cave.
You know what I'm saying? You involved. You know what I mean? You wasn't this already. It evolved. You involved. You came poof in 1600. There you go. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't like you was already here. Established.
Oh, I'm not. I'm half white.
How do you do that?
Did you know blue eyes mean recessive?
Recessive.
Yeah.
Did you know people with blue eyes mean that scientists said that if you have blue eyes, that means you are a product of incest.
Oh my God, I ain't got blue eyes.
Who says this?
Scientists.
Or recessive gene.
Or your gene could be just stronger.
That's not a normal, so it's recessive. It's like, if everybody don't get it, that's not normal.
That's not.
So you get a recessive gene because, they say that about some, the Down syndrome gene. Some races have Down syndrome or that mongoloid look.
Oh.
But, what do I know? I'm not a scientist. I
just
want to smack a hoe.
Oh, smack me. Smack me.
People like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You get people all up in the air about having 10 people overnight say something to me about smacking a hoe.
What's wrong with smacking a hoe?
You can use that. You can use that in the
You see
dialogue.
Oh, they got it on the news, man, 6 hours ago. Uh-oh.
What?
There's been a sighting.
A takeover?
No.
Oh.
There's been a sighting.
Sighting of
A
what?
what?
Put it on the screen.
It's a Chris Rock sighting. After the smack with the house. First time since the Oscars, Chris Rock is in Boston.
Okay. Is his face swollen?
I doubt it.
He prepared for his stand-up in Boston.
I thought you was talking about some shit.
I know.
Were they expecting the dude to hide? I mean, he got an open hand smack. It didn't even look that hard to me.
No, it wasn't that hard.
They expected him to hide out or what? He's supposed to crumble and die.
Two sold out shows.
Well, he had the show wasn't sold out at first. It was selling for $46 a ticket. Since that smack, the tickets were up to $400.
So everybody wanted to see him, his face.
Or something.
It wasn't that big.
Well, that's gonna be part of his show because he's gonna talk about it.
Well, he already said he got this shit smacked about by Will Smith. Yeah, I mean, what else? I mean, who else would you want to smack you? Denzel, maybe.
Ooh.
No, you're too short.
Denzel.
I let Prince smack all of them or something like that.
Ooh, Denzel.
Prince.
Prince is different from
Damn.
I love Denzel.
I like Prince.
Yeah.
I love Prince.
I was a fashion.
People are so weird. I just don't
What?
get it because if you wasn't gonna go see the person perform before, because you know, as in the dialogue of this conversation, maybe they're not the greatest comedian. Then why would you go spend double the money on a ticket to see somebody who got bitch slapped? I just don't. I don't want to go pay to see that. I don't.
No,
I gotta
quadruple
tweet
the
it to
money,
everybody that I was there.
Quadruple the money, Rocks. Quadruple.
I
It
gotta
was
tweet it
$46.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Instagram to
They
everybody
talking
that I
about
was there.
300.
Well, for one of our events, we should get a celebrity and let me slap them and see what our ticket sales go up.
Yeah, you get jail.
jail.
Oh, okay. Then use the money, get me out.
No, you're on your own.
We ain't gonna get no money off of that.
Right.
Yo.
I don't care what anybody say. We ain't going up.
That bitch was messed up.
Right. No, you real.
I was trying to get the ticket sales up. Shit.
Yeah, we need to
Did
find something.
anybody compare the conversation on like what was happening on, you know, kind of like mainstream Twitter as
Hello?
conversation that was happening on more different, very interesting.
Hello?
We lost you. Could you repeat that?
I was just saying it's interesting to me, the commentary that's happening on general Twitter, but then if you go to Black lines and Black Twitter, the comments are very different. And so that's really interesting to me that white folks are responding to this very differently than Black folks, kind of in general.
I haven't really listened to that side. How are they feeling about it? Just give us a.
You know, I've seen on that what you're talking about, Russell, because sometimes people talking about it's black on black crime, more of it, and we should stop that. That's what it was, you know, that we're making it about. And that wasn't, you know, Will Smith out of everybody should have done that because that just promotes black on black crime. Since he has a big following, white people don't see it that way.
Yeah.
So,
I've also seen a little more, I think maybe romanticizing of it. Like I saw a few comments, you know, in Black community about like, one woman said that was the most romantic shit I've ever seen.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
I don't know that I agree with that. I think that we have to move from violence.
but Ray said he got out from
what
that
she
too.
was.
I did. I had to get the fan
I
out.
think that what she was liking was the defense
Yes.
that Will have for his wife, not
Yes.
Well, their bedroom gonna be crowded.
You still there, Rox?
Yep.
Okay, because you cut out.
Well, I don't see the hero in him beating up on Chris Rock. So I didn't get that.
I
You
said
know.
protection. My spouse is protected.
And see, that reminded me of his movie when he was Hitch. Being a superhero, didn't know what to do. is going around drinking and acting crazy.
I'm like Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, that's a good comparison, actually.
But Tiffany Haddish, she liked being smacked around.
No, she
Then
was
she
talking
said,
about her getting
and
smacked.
she said her coochie had an eye on it and everything else. So she used to get beat up.
Yeah, but no.
And she said she put peroxide on her coochie.
Stands up
So,
for
you know, Tiffany Haddish, I don't know about her. I'm scared of her. Because
No.
who put peroxide on your lips, on your coochie?
Ooh.
Anybody that's trying to crack a joke.
No, she said it was infected. And she said her grandmother told her to put some peroxide on her coochie. Don't that shit burn?
No, peroxide don't burn.
Yes, it
Oh.
does.
No, it don't.
Oh.
Well, you know what? The fizzle scared me. I'm not putting peroxide.
I put it
It's
on
like-
my hemorrhoids.
You ever spray perfume on your penis?
I
or
put it
cologne?
Spray it or rub.
I put it on my hemorrhoids.
Oh, Lord.
I
That-
did.
That's the worst thing to spray cologne on your balls. This is going to let you know. Don't do it.
Excuse me,
It
I
ain't
just
worth
threw
it.
up in my throat. Just threw up in my throat a little bit.
I don't see.
Right.
Peroxide don't burn.
They told you.
Oh, it fizzles or something. It scares me.
Y'all-
Yeah, but the filter
That's
is
all
got
it
all the
does.
minerals.
You're so silly.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not fucking with it. I don't care what y'all say. It's like alcohol and the rest of that shit. That shit burns.
Yes, it does. When it's not in
Right.
the spots it's supposed to be in.
Right. So,
Don't feel
no. I'm like, girl, she said she only had one lip
Oh,
on her coochie. I'm like, how?
she cut the other one.
I don't know. She said it was hot.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If she was a little girl, you know what you do when you're kids and you don't want to go ask your mama.
What they do?
I don't know. She told it. She
Go
said,
figure it out and burn your coochie.
Oh my god.
I ain't got one, but I was just, I was shocked if you can lose your lip on your coochie and put a right side on it.
Well, if you got a lip down there in the first place,
It's two lips, she said.
Oh well, if any lip down there, it's got to be something wrong with it.
I don't know.
Me neither. I ain't got one yet. I'll tell you when I get one.
I want to give a shout out to Ashante for getting her star on Walk of Fame.
Hey, Shante.
Shante gets
Hey, you know what?
represented on May.
I want to, last night I went to the hockey game at the XL Center. I want to say I had a really good time at hockey. I didn't know because I was one of the maybe 2 or 3 black people that were there, but
They have good fights.
They had good food.
Fights.
they did have I did have a good time last night watching hockey. It was strange how they do their quarters.
What's a quarter?
Well, it's 20 minutes a quarter.
Oh,
They come out. The first one is like a free-for-all where everybody come out, start playing. Then they get into the game. Then they go into then they come back out. Third quarter is over.
Did we invented that?
I don't know, but
Not hockey.
it was weird. But it wasn't like
Hockey
football or
plays in the
baseball too long.
It's in the
It was
cold.
just enough.
Y'all don't act right.
Yeah, and a lot of fights.
Just enough to get bored.
I used to love cooking for them. I used to love cooking for the Capitals. But yeah, they get into a lot of fights in hockey.
Good fight.
What they said last night? I went to what was it? A fight. The hockey game broke out.
Good fights. They have good fights.
Right. Going to the fight, the hockey game broke out. Don't know how that happened. But the stadium was nice too. Really nice stadium. I mean, it's expensive as hell though.
Well, of course, you in a skybox and drinking and eating cheese snippets with the Royals.
Right. Hanging with the big
Everybody
wigs.
go like that.
But they had some good food though. I mean,
I'm sure.
And it was Pride Night at that, so they celebrated LGBTQ night at Twins what are they called? The Wilds for the first time.
Right.
Because most of them
Because
gay.
they got gay wild players.
Sure do.
They got the new gay T-shirts too for the Wild too. They gave us one for free. I think they're cute.
Gay players.
That was their first ever celebration.
This is their first ever celebration.
We getting popular.
So I had a really good time. I want to thank them for letting me go for free.
All right. I like free.
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 Well, y'all, it is Wednesday. It is 6:59. We got to get out of here.
Well, do you know where your kids are?
No.
I sent them to school.
You remember that? Back in the day, they used to on TV. It is
I
so
know
and
what
so,
mine
so and so. Do
is.
you know who your kids are?
And your mama said,
Happy
"Street
Trans
lights
Day of
on."
Visibility, y'all.
Happy Trans Day of Visibility.
Oh, is there something happening tomorrow?
Trans Day
It's
of
all kind of little
Visibility.
things happening.
Well, I'm talking for us trainees.
Yes. Well, the city council made what do they call those things when they do that
Declaration,
yeah, proclamation.
proclamation.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. They did a
Oh,
proclamation, and there's a few little events happening around town.
Oh,
All right.
all right. I guess I put on my other wig, my good one, and get going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
what if you do drag? Is it held against you?
Ooh,
Is it what?
what?
Drag and
We're
trans is
starting a
two
whole
different
new
things.
conversation.
Huh?
Drag and trans is two different things.
I understand the difference. I'm saying if you do drag, what would be held against you?
No,
Oh, okay.
you just want to put on a dress and some panties.
People do drag every day.
I love when straight dudes
Greek
put on
walk out
panties.
When you walk out that door,
Dennis, I know you want to
do
get in them heels and that dress, okay?
I've been trying to do it for 2 years. He won't do it.
Well, I heard a lot of people ask me, would I do that? What kind of dragging would I be? And
He said dragon. Oh my
did I
God.
say drag queen?
Yeah, you said dragon.
What would I be? And I don't know. I mean, don't you have to have some kind of character or go into some kind of character to do that?
If you're an actress,
Huh?
if you're an actor, yeah.
You're gonna let your inner self out.
I'm already a fag. I already do that, girls, stuff like that. So, I mean, wearing a dress, I mean, would it accentuate that or something?
Yeah, you put you like Mimi, a black Mimi.
Who is Mimi?
Miss Thing, she's on the comedies, on the TV
Is she a
show.
big girl?
Yeah, she a thick big girl with a bunch of makeup.
Oh.
That's her style, though.
So I can do drag, and maybe I choose a night.
You can do drag with a full beard, put some makeup on and throw some lashes, and that'd be it.
And who you going outside with looking like that?
Drag is all what you want to be, what you want to accentuate, what
your
your personality is. You don't necessarily have to put on a heel and a corset. You understand what I'm saying? You have non-binary people out here. I'm not saying they're doing drag, but you can mimic that. You feel what I'm saying? It's all what you want to be. You can run around here with a red nose.
I need a girdle.
You can okay. I'm sorry. I have to say something. Okay.
They sell Spanx.
You can do all that what Bobby's saying. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, if that's what you like, you know what I'm saying? But who the hell you gonna go with somewhere with a full beard and mustache with?
There's a lot of them do that.
Everyone is not about.
That's the end now.
It's in.
They wear full beards and mustaches, full paint.
Oh my.
Correct. Yeah, this is 2022.
Yes, they don't go with cut their face no more.
I am not saying you have to cut your face. I'm saying that don't look right.
Thick beard.
That don't look right.
And full painted face.
And whoever said that look right, y'all lie. That shit don't look right.
That's your preference. That's your preference.
No.
It don't float your boat. That's fine. But it may float someone else's boat. You know what I'm saying? We can't knock what other people do. You understand?
I'm not knocking it.
And we don't have to conform to the Western colonized idea of what beauty is. Period.
I'm an ugly motherfucker, so I'm not even talking about that. So I'm just saying.
They say
I wouldn't want
the gay lifestyle is one of the hardest things out here.
Because we already being judged. Look how I'm looking now. I don't give a but it's like this.
So I can get my hair cut short and do makeup and take the beard.
No.
And keep the beard or take the beard off?
You take the beard off.
No.
Take the beard off.
No.
Keep the beard.
Keep the beard.
Well, Dennis, you could do this. You don't even got to dress up. You want to try your hand at drag. The best drag is about how well you sync your lips and what your presentation is. So you could come on out to Quinn's Sink Your Lips on April 16th and just practice performing in front of a crowd, sinking your lips to whatever performer you want.
Oh, right.
You know what, Ray? I mean, Roxanne, I was told a long time ago by the drag queens that for Black Pride, all you need to say peanut butter jelly, and that's all you need to say when you're up there on the stage.
Peanut butter
some good
jelly,
music.
watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. That's
Watermelon. I haven't do the peanut butter and jelly. It was watermelon.
And you look like you saying the words from the song.
Peanut.
But you got to get some kind of stage presence.
Oh, we should do a duet then.
Endless Love.
Oh, why I just want to say that? I just want to say that.
Okay,
Oh
good
my
night,
God,
everybody.
All right, good night.
Oh my
Good
God.
night, y'all.
Please do it.
I would
Please
just
do
say
it. I would pay to see that.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
See y'all on Friday.
I got the wig already.
We going shopping and we going to do this one.
Oh, I swear to God. Oh,
yes, we got to go
for real.
shopping.
Oh, we gonna